Hi, I'm Amanda Weld. I got my bachelor's degree at Florida State University back in 1999. I was super excited to become a teacher. I rushed through high school and went right into teaching. People wanted me to get my master's at the time, and I was like, no, I just want to get in and teach. And I was just a very inspired first year teacher. I wanted to change the world. I started teaching in an inner city school in Tallahassee, Florida. I was teaching third grade. It was way tougher than I expected that year. I had some tears, and boy, when I think back to the things I did, I was tried my best. I can say I really had a lot of fun ideas and ways of trying to reach students and in areas that they definitely needed. Most of my students were all at-risk students, and I had a lot of challenges those years. I had a phenomenal team during those first 2 years that I was teaching. They were older teachers, and they very experienced teachers, so they guided me in ways that I didn't appreciate till later on. At times, I felt like I didn't need the guidance, but when they were gone and out of my life, I realized how much I did need the guidance and how it was a savior for me those first 2 years. And they really helped develop some of my core teaching habits till this day. And I am greatly thankful for them in my life. I moved to another Title I school in a different county after teaching there for 2 years, and I ended up with third grade again, and I taught third grade. That's where I started appreciating my old team, because I was very lonely that first year. The team that I was put on, we were in portables, and we had to go and kind of just do it on our own. Right? There wasn't much of a team, I will say, team effort. Everybody was on their own. And it didn't help because, like, on my team, I had second, third, and fourth and fifth grade. I had like all the different grade levels, and I was the only third grade teacher on the team. So I think because the teams were that way at this school, you just felt more lonely. You didn't have as much collaboration. So yes, that's where I remember calling my teammates and thanking them from the previous school of how much they had helped me and guided me through this whole process of teaching. Eventually, I can say this, I got onto an amazing team at the same school, and I had a national board teacher on the team, and she encouraged me to apply for national board. Now, at this point, I had already been teaching for about 5 years, and so I decided to embark on the National Board Challenge. And after my first year, I was excited. I made Middle Childhood Generalist National Board certified. Through that process, I learned so much about what I do and why. And it constantly asked me the question of why. Why is this best for your specific students? And to say it's just, because this is what the state standard is, not an acceptable answer. You have to really dig deep into why is this best and prove why it's best and what you do, and everything down to how you teach it, down to how you evaluate your students. Everything is looked at within National Board and analyzed, and constantly questioned. And I think that's a good thing in education, is to constantly question and to constantly look and within our self-evaluate and reflect. Reflection was just imperative. just even videotaping my lessons after I'd taught for 5 years and seeing things, and I was like, I can't believe I look like this or do this on video. Like it's something I would have never thought. And I was analyzing myself, going, wow, I didn't realize that I came across this way. So National Board really gave me this self-reflection that I'm grateful I have, and I feel that was imperative to my whole education experience. Furthermore, I eventually moved counties one more time, and I worked as a fifth grade teacher, departmentally. I was departmentalized. I taught literacy, and really enjoyed that. This is all for the public schools. And eventually I had my son in 2010, and I decided to become a stay-at-home mom. So I was a stay-at-home mom for many years, and during that time I needed to find a school for my son, and I felt like the public schools weren't going to do it. He's a very active child, and I didn't feel he was developmentally ready for the push that I saw in the public schools as far as academics go. He just wasn't academically there in kindergarten. He was more at that play-based center, and I didn't want to push him. So I put him in a private school that was project-based learning, Discovery Day Academy. That's where I work now. I ended up falling in love with the school. Its approach to learning is really about focusing on students and having a love of learning, and just teaching them how to educate themselves, how to find out the facts and how to ask questions. And students, they want to learn and are natural learners by nature, and they just need the tools to do this, and that's what this school does. I'm happy to say that my son has just done phenomenal at the school, and even though academics wasn't my focus, he's now above grade level, very above grade level in all subject areas. So I'm very pleased with that, even though that wasn't even my prerogative going into this school, because I really just wanted him to go into it loving to learn, loving school, and enjoying what he was doing. I know I kind of went off onto my son here, but that does go into why I now am teaching in a project-based learning school, and that's because that's the approach of what I feel is an authentic way of getting students excited about learning, and I think it is the way of the future. That's my feelings. I look forward to your class, and I hope I answered all the questions in this video. Thank you.